How low can you go?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Gia's World here. I haven't done a type of video like this in a very long time, but I'm bringing it back for 2015, where I'm just ranting and raving and just speaking my mind because it's Gia's World and welcome to my mayhem. So what I want to talk about today is really understanding college, universities, and what the real goal and purpose of the college and university is. A lot of people are under the idea, the assumption that you go to college, you get a good paying job, you make a lot of money, you have a great career, you have a great life. It's the gateway into middle class, upper class, and making millions and billions and trillions and skillions and lillions, and it's a bunch of bullshit because it's a bunch of indoctrination. First of all, college and universities, college, higher learning, higher education, post-secondary, education, was created basically for wealthy individuals. Wealthy individuals would send their children, and really, just to keep it real, wealthy white people would send their young white sons, white boys, white males to college. Okay? And that's how it was, especially in Western society. That's how it was. When you look back at ancient Greece and everything else, they would send their wealthy white boys to school, to college, so they could seek higher learning, higher education, so they could study leisurely. Hence the term liberal arts. Liberal arts is just the idea of learning about multiple subjects and topics and fields of study so you can be well versed on multiple, subjects. For example, math, science, English, history, social science, politics, biology. That is that liberal arts curriculum. It's a well-versed, you pretty much can touch on each topic and know enough to hold a conversation or actually practice any mathematical equation. And with that all being said, it was never meant for you to go there and then after you graduate with your degree, land a job. It was never about getting a job. It was never about getting employment. It was always about higher education, higher learning, post-secondary education, college, leisurely studies, liberal arts. It was never meant for people to go here and think they're going to stay here for, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 years. It was never about that. And after they graduate, they're going to go and get this high-paying job and all that. That's where, in the last, I would say, 30 to 40 years, that's where the lies have been booming from. I'm going to let you guys know now, disclaimer, this video might get long, or there might be a part 2. That's where all the lies and shit came from. Because, let's just be honest, it was never about us getting a job, okay? Now, nowadays, like I said, in the last 30 to 40 years, the idea has been you go to college so you can have a good job and you can make a lot of money and you can be middle class, possibly upper class, have a great career and have all the money in the world and have a great life. That's what the past 30, 40 years has been telling us. My generation, I'm 22 years old, generation millennials, what's going on? We've been indoctrinated with bullshit on what college is about when pretty much everything we've learned or been told about college is a complete lie, because it's not about you getting a job, especially if you're in a liberal arts institution or you're taking a liberal arts field or major. Okay, and there's a lot that falls into the liberal arts major, and I'm going to do a separate video talking about that. But the point is, college was never about you going to get a job. It was never about that. But the problem is all the indoctrination that has been spent on lying to people about careers and college. Now, do people go to college so they can become doctors? Yes, medical doctors, medical doctors, podiatrists, dentists, cardiologists, neurologists, nurses, nurse anesthetist, nurse practitioner. People do go to college for that. But if you notice, it's a specific track. So what people tend to do is they'll have like some biology will be like their undergrad, and then they'll go into pre-med, that type of thing. And if you notice, it's a specific track. So once they do their undergrad, they go to pre-med. Pre-med is their undergrad, and then they go into medical school, and they're learning specific skills to be doctors, okay, or to be medical, have a medical occupation. So that made sense, right? But people are going to school in my generation, and like I said, the last 30, 40 years, thinking, well, I have a degree in political science, so therefore I should be able to get a job in political science. Well, you have to understand, political science is a field of study. It's not a specific job. You see where I'm going with this? And that's the problem with the liberal arts indoctrination and telling people that college is about jobs when it's not. Because if you go to school and your field of study is political science, there is no specific job for you. You see where I'm going with this? And the sad part is, liberal arts, you don't have a specific skill or trade when you take that route. And that's why, for a lot of people who take liberal arts, it's probably in your best interest to go to graduate school so you can learn a specific trade or skill that you can use in a workforce. Because that's the problem with liberal arts. It's really broad. But like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that so people can understand college was never about you getting a job. It was about leisurely studies, learning more. That's all it was about. And it was really geared to wealthy white men. I'm just going to be honest. That's who the population was. Okay? But anyways, this is Gia's World. Welcome to my mayhem. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. And I want to know your thoughts. Why do you think college was created? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you think college should be? Should jobs, really take in consideration that people are going to college or not? Let me know.